Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds. Nerdarchist Ryan, and today I'm joined by...
I'm Ted.
I'm Nate.
So we had a request from TV Timmy, at TV Timmy, who's a Twitter user that, he hits us up with some suggestions every now and again. And he wanted us to D&Dize a very special character. Ash, a.k.a. Bruce Campbell, from the Evil Dead series.
And Army of Darkness.
And Army of Darkness.
I prefer the, AOD. It's more my style.
Yeah.
It's more my style. It's more they took the horror aspect and they just are like, you know what, we're gonna make it funny, we're gonna make it gory, and you're gonna have a blast.
Yeah. Oh, I love the comedy of that. But anyway, on to the actual meat of the video.
So, all right, the guy totally wrecks house of whatever he's fighting, unless he's fighting,
Well, he does. I wouldn't even say wrecks house. He does okay. Like, he does the best that he can because he's kind of a normal dude in extraordinary circumstances.
Except when he's fighting himself.
Right. Yeah, no, that's little goody two shoes. Yeah.
So there's a couple things that come into play, and while yes, we have the stats in the DMG for some of your extracurricular, firearms, we're gonna pull the fantasy stuff here, and we're gonna say that shotgun is just an awesome crossbow.
Right.
And his bullets that are coming out of it, they're just awesome arrows or bolts.
Bolts, yeah.
So we're gonna go with that whole aspect or genre, whatever. So you were talking about he needs to have certain things to make this fit.
Well, I mean, so he's dual wielding a shotgun and a chainsaw in the movies. When he loses his hand and stuff like that. So
his chainsaw, we're gonna call that his melee weapon of choice.
Yeah. So let's just call it like a longsword for right now, a D8 weapon, right? I mean, we could maybe cheese it up and say it's a D10 because it's an uber special one, or give it some magical qualities so it's a little more vicious. But so you have that, and then he's able to wield that crossbow at the same time. So crossbow expert is definitely on the menu.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a must because he can use his sword and fire his crossbow off with his other hand, and that's specifically what it says on the crossbow expert. So that's a stamped in, must have.
All right, actually, this kind of makes sense. So for all that damage he's able to put out because of these special weapons he has, you could just call him an Oath of Vengeance paladin, because that, like, he's a chainsaw and a shotgun are nasty weapons, so that could be the vengeance part.
He could be just smiting like crazy, and he definitely has his order, his way of things. So the lawful alignment still fits.
You don't actually have to be lawful to be any kind of paladin. And no, Ash is chaotic. He is definitely he's a chaotic good figure, I say.
Well, I still try to wrap my head around.
I'm playing a paladin in the Underdark campaign, and I'm gonna blow Ted's mind with the shit that my character does, because he's not like any stereotypical paladin at all. He is Billy Bob Thornton from Bad Santa. Yeah. Oh, so anyway, yeah. Oath of Vengeance. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So the paladin in this edition, while limited access with his spells, that is the most bang for your buck class that's out there. So that's why we keep kind of going back to that. And since he tends to fight certain things like fiends and undead, the perfect things that paladins love to kill,
right? So
it really fits in here, even though it's in my brain a gross exaggeration of the possibilities. Paladins are lawful good.
He's still got the LG blinders there.
I'm sorry, I'm more of an old school player, and paladins are up on this pedestal.
Epic hero pedestal, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I love lawful evil. Like, it's one of my favorite alignments.
I'm
looking for a campaign where I could play a lawful evil paladin as well, because you have your code of ethics. You're just also a tyrannical asshole.
So his code.
Ryan is very good at that.
So Ash's code of ethics is more along the line of chaotic good.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
he's a bit of a loose cannon for sure.
Mm-hmm. So clearly he's human.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way of getting around that. Does he need to have any other classes? Does Paladin cover it?
I think Paladin's got him covered. We could talk about background a little bit.
Okay, where do you see him in background?
So he works in a retail store.
He works in retail. So the closest thing I see to that would be Guild Artisan.
Or Folk Hero.
But is he a
Nobody believes he is. Because he's in there like trying to tell this guy this story of this crazy ass thing that happened. But I think after, in that big box store, after he blows the crap out of that that thing from the other realm, after he smites that thing from the other realm, then I think he might become a folk hero.
So he gets his background after he's already played.
Well, I mean, like,
well, maybe he gets an extra one stacked on.
You could be the thing,
like a benefit.
You could be the thing in your whole mind. It's just not like I think you could be aspiring to be something, and be a folk hero. I mean, because like to be guild artisan to me is really like somebody who's at like the upper echelons of being a thing.
The problem is with guild artisan is it's all you make the stuff and sell it. There isn't the option.
Guild artisan. Well, you can choose the guild merchant alternate. There's the variant, and you could always be shopkeep.
See, he's not very. Ash isn't very mercantile.
Okay.
Yeah, like
he is. I mean, he's even got the tagline is he's killing zombies. Shop smart. Shop smart. But I mean, come on.
Other than that, he's not a guy that like has a trade. Like somebody that works retail probably doesn't want to be in retail most of the time. Like I've worked all the retail I worked in, I did not love. I would not love my background to be reflective of the fact that I worked retail.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean that's just kind of how his character comes across. And
I'm voting for. I vote for folk hero. So
all right, I'm voting guild artisan. You decide. What is he?
He would be like the crummiest guild artisan ever. But I'm gonna have to pick that over folk hero because no one believes him really, right? Until that one point.
One scene happens. Yeah, I think it's.
Well, I mean that.
Also, too. You know what? Opening of Army of Darkness, when like the people actually do get behind him as well.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But he doesn't know how to make shit in that realm, because that would be a guild artisan's role. But yeah, so okay.
I'll go with folk hero then.
All right. Well, I lost this debate, but so
you guys can debate alongside in the comments.
Human, folk hero, or guild artisan,
or guild artisan.
Oath of Vengeance, paladin, totally kicking arse, totally taking names, totally killing zombies, killing fiends, shopping at smart.
That's right.
So, what do you guys think? Did we nail it, or did we miss? Put it in the comments below. While you're doing that, feel free to click like, share, even subscribe.
You can check us out over on nerdarchy.com.
You also check out funny memes on our Facebook page.
So until next time, stay nerdy.